Testing. All right. All right. Testing. Testing. All right. Seems to be good. If anyone's here, I'll be back in a couple seconds. All right, hello. Guess I'll just start. So this is the second. Hold on, let me mute my other computer. Yeah, so this is the second stream of Dwell, episode 1. Got through 4 maps on Monday earlier this week, or Tuesday, one of those. And I'm hoping to finish the rest. I've played them 2 times each, so I'll not get stuck, hopefully. Alright, so I'm going to start off at the end of JCR's map. Because there's a nice transition from the end to the beginning of the next map by Ambrose. And because I switched versions from 1.1 to 1.2, there'll be a stray mega health appearing because things happen when versions change when you use the same save files. But after that, it should be alright. Okay, so I'll get started. I do need to lower music volume a bit, and GLC shift %25. Thanks for the tip, dump truck. Alright. So again, this is the end of JCR's map. You're being pulled in. Okay, and so we start off in this, or we end in this organic cavern. That's what I mean by the mega health. Okay. So again, we start off in that cavern, or that's how we end this last map, and then we enter this map being pooped out. Okay, so this is That Which Can Eternal Lie by Ambrose, who I just put together as the H2742 or whatever. Alright, yeah, so again, we're dumped into here, into a pool of blood, into this small little area. So it's the beginning of our journey, and right away, oh, how do I switch weapons? Okay, so attacked. It's quick, no surprises there. Oh. Okay, yeah, my weapon cycling is inverted. Let me change that. Next weapon. Oh, previous weapon. Alright. Okay, so we're good. And I have a crosshair now. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, actually, that crosshair is kind of distracting. Let me turn that off. Where would that be? Crosshair. Oh, hey, Tin Kelp. Well, good to see you, even if it's for a little bit. I'm not sure how to turn off the crosshair, but it's fine. I guess I'll just get used to it. So yeah, we're in this. This is continuing the Egyptian theme that we've been seeing throughout this entire pack. Pretty big room. Yeah, with hieroglyphics and such. Blood pouring down all over. Nice fountains, waterfalls of blood. Yeah, it's kind of bizarre. I would assume that's not a very friendly sort of greeting to whoever enters. I mean, yeah, there's meat pouring out the walls and such. Kind of atypical of anything you'd expect from a temple. Yeah, my FOV is a lot bigger. Or wider, I should say. Oh, I don't have the rocket launcher. Okay. I will get it soon though. Alright, so yeah. Yeah, big temple, very spacious. Oh, well, you know, I've married everyone that I can. Tin Kelp's referring to my message that says something like, "You're cute and I want to marry you," or something like that. Yeah, well, I've have many husbands and wives and non-binary partners, so not legal, of course, but I don't know, it's fun. I'm married to like science buildings and cars and such. Anyways, so we have this trap that I've played through a few times, so I know that being on these strips right here, not deactivates them, but being on in between these strips activates them, which is pretty cool. It took me a minute to figure that out, but there you go. And you can jump over the spikes, which is very exciting, as long as provided you don't run into them. Alright. Well, I did run into them, didn't I? Okay, shortcut flip activated. Oh boy, okay. So there's a lightning secret that I'm about to get. Well, not a lightning secret, a lightning or cells. That's what I'm trying to say. There's not any waterfall secrets in this map, I don't think, which is kind of weird. I would say disappointing, but at the same time, that's sort of bucking the trend, isn't it? Hello? I'm just trying to grab their attention. Yeah, and so we have this. Yeah, this map is reminiscent of another one that I played that I can't remember. But yeah, it's really cool that you loop around here, and when you're looking at what you want, where you want to be going, you'll notice that this is open if you're not unobservant. I will say I missed that the first time because I can be a weenie. then we have this strong attack. And then some ruins that prevents progress. Yeah, I've definitely tried to like go up here. I mean, I wonder if I can. Okay. Oh, I almost did it. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay. That's what I get for doing that. Oh, I didn't die. Okay. Alright, alright. Okay, I am playing on skill 1. Just want to make sure. Alright, so now we have the secret area. It's very, very scary. Because... You know what? I am definitely a weenie because... Like, before I even found out that you don't die from falling in the void, like I would always just reload before the trigger to teleport you back happens. Alright, alright. Gotta concentrate. Try not to perish. Okay, yeah, that was a really cool use of, oh, Jesus. Of big, of big beefy boys, of big beefy boys raining from above. But the rain is not water, it's grenades. Which is, I was gonna say less than desirable, but, oh my god. Okay, yeah, that trigger needs to activate a little bit quicker. Or higher up, rather. Okay, it's raining men. Oh, that song is so bad, I love it. That reminds me, in 4th grade, my friend Janie, this was a time when Titanic was coming out. Like, we were at the school lunch benches, and like she changed the lyrics from "It's raining men" to "It's raining Leonardo DiCaprio," and like all the girls were just like, "Oh my god!" and you know, like getting all flustered, which I don't know why we have that memory, but it's really silly, especially if it's like raining a person. That kind of implies that there's more than one, or like a bunch of their bits are being rained down. So like dismembered Leonardo DiCaprio is raining down. I mean, obviously I understand the sentiment, but when you're someone like me who's quite a literalist, it's kind of funny. Anyways, alright, so, oh yeah, I got the scarab key. Oh, boy howdy. Okay. You know, there's this weird thing of, like, surprises behind doors are never truly surprising in Quake. The thing is, like, if you, it's kind of like The Boy Who Cried Wolf, right? In the sense that you can't have surprises behind every door, but yeah, it's a weird thing. Like, if you just eliminated surprises behind door, like that would just kind of suck, right? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about that, but yeah, you know, it's fine. Like, because it's Quake and I don't know. I guess it depends on the mapper and their MO. Like, am I gonna get attacked as soon as I get this key? I guess not. But if it was Serious Sam, I would, for sure. Which I both adore and dislike. It gets kind of tiresome. Yeah, like surprises behind doors is a weird subject for me because, oh boy, right in my face. Yeah, am I gonna get surprised here? Nope. Yeah, I don't know. I guess as long as you don't have it uniform, it's fine. But then that reminds me of like when I first started. This may just be my experience. But when I first started playing Quake, my first playthrough, which I will say was about, around the time. Oh jeez. Around the time Xmas Jam 2018 was released. It was very frightening, and like there was never a time where being having a trap behind doors was like ever safe and okay. It was always scary. But I'm pretty sure most of us that are playing this are like experienced Quakers, right? So I don't know. I guess it's the expectations that you're setting by what you're oh boy, by what you're doing now, or what you're doing like encounter by encounter. Okay, this map is definitely keeping me busy. It's definitely hard to formulate thoughts and fight some monsters at the same time. Alright. So I'm just gonna fight monsters right now. Okay. Okay. Whew. All right. Yeah, I'm playing this on normal difficulty. This was a lot more intense on hard, for surezies. Yeah, I definitely need to play on normal right now. Okay. Yeah, going back to the thing, like, yeah, I guess all you can really do is try to keep things as unpredictable as possible. Because, yeah, like, it's not as scary anymore to fight your friends. Yeah, like, when I first started playing, Quake was the scariest game I've ever played so far in my life. And then I just got used to it. I never thought it would be that way. But lo and behold, here I am. Oh. So I'm getting a secret. Alright. Some nice armor. Maybe I should... yeah, it's kind of dark. It's not gamma? I guess I'll just do... Yeah, because I just looked at my second laptop and it's kind of dark. And I want to be able to see... So yeah, so let me try this super duper secret. Oh, okay, I missed it. There's a rocket launcher there. I definitely want that. Also, where? Okay, that's where it was. Yeah. I guess I've run out of thoughts when it comes to surprises behind doors. They're fine. Just use them wisely, I guess. Okay. This is one of those things where I'm definitely really want to get the secret. Okay, just one more try, and I'll just no clip. Alright, I'm just gonna no clip. Okay. Bind P no clip. Or is it bind P no clip? I'll just do no clip for now. Yeah, I definitely did discover this legitimately. Don't worry about that. But for stream's sake, it's kind of boring. Well, yeah, what a wonderful encounter of having all these wonderful, by being like very tense encounter by having all these ogres pummeling you with the fiend here and some knights and the vor on top. It just escalates from like, if you're trying to escape upward, there's still more threats, especially since once you reach like this point, the vor has access to seeing you, and that makes it pretty deadly, which is great design. Alright, see, no surprise there. Whatever. Oh, I have 97 rocket launcher. Wow, okay. I'm a little overpowered. Which I'm not complaining about. Yeah, so we exit, or yeah, so we end up in this room. Wow, okay. I forgot about that. Oh. So that was, yeah, that's a really clever way of like saying, haha, you can't really escape that easily. And it's nice to have all this construction of there's a alleyway down the middle, but they're positioned like askew like that to make it a little bit more visually interesting. Okay, I forgot that was gonna happen. Alright. Yeah, so yeah, there's several ways that we were ambushed, like several big fights. That's always pretty fun to have. Unlike Doom parentheses 2016, like, you're not trapped in this arena, which is really good. I know I'm not one of those people who are like, how would you say it? Like, I'm not one of the only people who doesn't like that about Doom parentheses 2016. Plenty of other Quakers don't like that either, where it's just like arena fights where you're just trapped or whatever. Arena fights work well here because it doesn't get rid of like enemies in the corridors and such, you know. There's still that variety, whereas if it was just like pretty much arena fights, I would be totally over it. But that's not the case. So thanks, Quake, for being awesome. Yeah, I do like Doom 2016, but it's not one of my favorite games for sure. It does not compare to the original, and it's not because I'm an old man. Maybe I am. Whatever. I'm old. I'm fine with that. But yeah, like these arena fights are just so much fun and quick because the whole game's not built around it, essentially. Whereas Doom 2016 it is. I don't remember where the other secrets are, and I'm just gonna skip them. And that's fine. I'm just gonna collect this mega health. Actually, what I'm gonna do is save here. No clip. Alright, and so let's take a look. I didn't really look up because I was focused on the combat, but I always appreciate floating bits. I really, really love surrealism and architecture. And yeah, this is... Okay, so... Hold on, I need to... Wait, let me see. Swim down to Q. Oops. Yeah, I'm not sure why all my settings changed. But yeah, same thing with Fairweather's map. Like, the architecture's not necessarily like... How would you say it? Like, spectacular, mind-blowing. It's just really well done. Very... Okay, I really, really liked it. Yeah, I really like this view where we can see in the distance, but we don't know what's beyond there. And it has this air of mystery and potential of, like, what else can the structure hold. It's a very, very square map with... like orthogonal lines. I don't know what orthogonal means. Even though I teach art. Just lines in up, down, left, right, diagonal. Not very many curves. And with this type of architecture, it makes sense. You wouldn't expect a lot of curves with these bricks. It's very... I don't think it would be called brutalism in this Egyptian theme. I'm sure there's another term for it. But yeah, the way it's constructed is like just very brutalist-ish. Not quite, I guess, or it might be. But it makes sense. It fulfills its duty. And because there's like nice details like these columns jutting out. Little bits here where you don't know where it goes to. It's a little bit of mystery, you know. And we end up with this like broken stone floating here. It does make it a little bit more otherworldly, and of course the blood rivers. Again, that's a lot of blood. I wouldn't consider that to be a normal thing to have blood waterfalls, but yeah, that adds to the creepy, not quite human atmosphere. And of course there's like shamblers and stuff, so it's definitely not a very human friendly place. And then we have little quake detail here in the Egyptian style, but yeah, very somber tone. The music is very understated. It's not spectacular like a couple of the other maps. It's one of those things where it's kind of brooding and ambient industrial, where there's like these knocking sounds. I don't know if anyone can hear it, but yeah, it has a sense of depth and space and definitely mystery. It's a slow track, so I think this is definitely a great map in the sense that it fits in super well with the others. Like it's its own beast, and yeah, it's definitely a nice visual rest, which is something we all need. Because if all the maps were like hardcore Mazus, which is the last map, then it would be a bit much. It would be not the greatest episode. Okay, so I'll get this. Notice this little heart protruding or whatever, and we're gonna enter this space, whatever it may be. So yeah, all murders, only 5 out of 7, but that's okay. Alright. So this is Within the Flayed Kingdom by Markie Music. Alright. So this is boarded up. We got through here. Can't go back. We started off with the same architecture. But it's a little bit more mysterious because we have this eye symbol. I think it's the god or goddess referred to in the README. Not sure. I'm pretty bad at remembering things. And then we have this nice little setup because the triangle is pointing up, so this is like moving forward, moving upwards, and then we have this staircase going up leading to that. So we come out here and then, oh yeah, like things are floating. These structures are broken. So there is good visual continuity from the last map with a little bits broken. And now here we go with like, oh, okay, so now this is getting a little bit weird. And oh, I guess whatever this place is knows we're here. And frankly, that's kind of unsettling because it wasn't a gift basket of roses and puppies. It was the bridge exploding. Quite a different tone. And here we have a lot more red. Just like JCR's map, there's a lot of flesh breaking through the wall. These columns are made of meat, I guess. That's what it seems like. We have up here river flow suspended in anti-gravity, I guess. This moving wall texture, really bizarre structure. It kind of tells us that, oh yeah, this isn't like the most normal thing ever. So yeah, then we walk around, there's different paths, flickering light. Can't have a Quake map without a flickering light. So I have a choice to get this, but I think I'll save it for later. Because what this tells me is when there's no enemies here and there's a gold key door here, there might be a battle coming up after I get the gold key. So I'm going to wait on that. And this has nothing to do with the fact that I was playing this earlier. And then some tiles are missing. So yeah, again, the last map, Henry Ambrose's map, is a huge visual contrast because that's a lot more simpler. And like I said, like if there was a very, very visually busy map like this, 2 in a row, it might be a little bit much. 2 in a row might not be bad, but if it was the whole episode, nah, not into it. Actually, I might be into it, but I'd have to take my time with it. Oh, that's kind of nifty. Little quarter pipe action. Sorry, I got excited. Okay, I knew that was gonna happen, but I still got scared. So, a zombie protruding out of the wall meat. So now we can assume that this is a pattern that might happen more than once, since that happened twice. Okay, and so when it comes to spaces, I always go left, just so I don't get lost. It's when I'm faced with 2 choices. Okay, so just some ammo. No way through, so I'm gonna go back. Okay, where's that coming from? Alright, so I'm forced to go right. I really like this texture. It's kind of fun. Okay, now there's a lot going on. Alright, yeah, surprise. You're gonna get ambushed. And that was pretty cool to sort of build it up slowly. Those attacks. So then, like, because I expected, like, just one to come out. But, yeah, like, it just... We just got thrown this, like, mini battle. Oh, hey, oh, you just missed your map, Henry. Unfortunately. But there's a VOD, of course. Alright. So yeah, we have this little canal, that's the word I was looking for, with more blood, which is, again, not the greatest thing on the planet. Alright, so I guess I'll go left and see what it says. Alright, so another single enemy, which says to me, like, okay, we can't really expect things to go down smoothly and perfectly all the time. There's going to be a little bit of change up. So when we go here, we see this other area that's not accessible till later. Alright. I happen to know this secret, so I'm going to do it. Yeah, I could only find 3 secrets on this map. It's a bit... So the thing about finding secrets on this map, it was difficult, is because it's so visually noisy. And there's just so many details you can sort of get lost in. Whereas more simpler maps with simpler textures, it's easier to find the secrets. Alright. I forgot that was going to happen too. So now that we have an experience where there's a wall that's rectangular and not one of these exploding, that kind of tells us that, well, maybe there's no perfect pattern to how enemies are gonna explode. And so, yeah, these don't have the fleshy part, so I didn't expect any enemies there, and there weren't any. But I was open to the possibility, like, oh, there might be enemies there. Okay, so again, I'll take the left. So we have some back spawning. It's kind of a scary attack from behind. Effective if used sometimes and not all the time. And now we have a shortcut to here. Awesome. Alright, so I know what's gonna happen here. Get ready. Alright. Yeah, first time that was very gnarly. This time the walls imploded, which again is not entirely consistent with the rest of the map, which is awesome. We need more of that. Bars are lowering. I'm gonna get this health right here, and oh yeah, it's mega health here. Yeah, might as well go get it. Yeah, this was one of the easiest secrets to find for some reason. Yeah, the other ones haven't been as apparent. I'm really enjoying this pentagon shape motif used throughout the map. Lots of points and such. Add some visual variety. Uh-oh. That was scary. Again, like, I know this map. I played it twice, but that doesn't mean I still can't be surprised, right? Alright, again, I'm gonna take the left. Oh, jeez. Alright, yeah, so that's a good way of staggering surprise attacks. Like, not Growler, the Fiends, yeah, pushed me back into that. That was pretty clever. Alright, where does this take me? Upstairs? Hi, buddy. Okay. Yeah, this map is definitely pushing me to get a move on, for sure. Really nice romantic lighting. Maybe it's a good place to take someone on a date too. You know, if there weren't all these monsters, I think it'd be kind of nice. Oops. There we go. Alright. Now our silver scarab key. There we go. Got rid of our little buddy there. By little, I mean big shambler. Cool that we can see down here. Nice view of where we've been earlier. Gives some perspective on where we've been and where we are now. It's very, very helpful to have that as a mapper. Of course, I'm preaching to the choir. Gonna go ahead and get that. And it brings us to where we were earlier, which is a nice little loop back. Alright. Some more blood, flesh, tendril room. Always very pleasant. And then, yeah, the blue scarab keys, a little bit hidden, but it's close enough where it's easy to get back to there. Speaking of surprises, oh, I didn't hit the shortcut button. That's fine. Okay, so I expected some creatures to pop out here, but they didn't. I did not expect another shambler. Opens from the other side. Alright. So let's peek around the corner. And there's puppies! I love puppies. This is why I'm killing them. Yeah, so just like the previous map by Henry, there is great, like, even though it's like this small concentrated room, or yeah, not concentrated, but the attacks were more concentrated, but there is multiple levels of where the attacks were coming from. I think that's pretty good design. Alright, and that's a nice little loop back. Love horseshoes, and this was a... Well, it's more donut shape. I love donuts even more. Donuts are my favorite. Alright. So we're going to continue... Ooh! Gold key. Oh, jeez. Good thing there's... Oh. Whoops. Okay, I forgot to save. So we know what to expect, blah blah blah. Alright, that was not very good. Which means that was pretty cool. Like, I had a little bit of a scare that I might perish. Which is welcome. Yeah, so I actually started playing Demon Souls yesterday. And I always was like, I don't like RPGs at all. But once I played Bloodborne for like an hour or two at my friend's house, I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. Plus, there's like sexy enemies. Like, I love armor and stuff. Very hot. So I'm like, yes, I'm into it. And I don't. And since I have played and beaten Hollow Knight at like, oh boy. Okay, I'm just gonna get. Well, I guess I'm not gonna get that. Yeah, since I was able to beat Hollow Knight, I'm like, okay, like, people have recommended it to me since I really enjoy Hollow Knight, so I'll give it a go. And so yeah, I tried Bloodborne, and I'm like, oh, and I realized, oh, it's pretty cool. I don't. Got stuck. I'm not a huge fan of difficulty games, honestly, but the thing about like the Soulsborne games, I guess, well, at least Bloodborne from what I know, is that you get many tries. Like, you try over and over. I mean, you do with, like, my other point of comparison is Super Meat Boy. But that's more about like action reflexes than like strategy. Whereas I like the strategy part, surprisingly. And yeah, like having to restart a part in Quake is kind of something I wish happened a little bit more. I wish some maps were a little bit more difficult and had encounters where you do have to figure out an order. But since I'm not, and I don't do any enemies, and like killable enemies in my maps, that's not for me to do, so whatever. Alright, so little look-see. This was definitely the first go through this map was very, very confusing. Like, the way the things intersect and overlap is like, it can be very tight like this, to the point where it's like things just wind upon itself so easily. That I got really confused, and I felt like sometimes I didn't realize I was in loops, which is kind of funny. But yeah, this map was just very, very visually stimulating, which again is great in little chunks. I'm a big fan. There's a lot of detail here. Yeah. Yeah, Markie, you have a lot of detail in your maps, which is pretty cool, but again, it hides the secrets pretty well. Yeah, like really nice, consistent. Like, there's a lot going on, but it's still done consistently. Again, with the motif of the trim, both the arches and the points, chevrons, upside down chevron, whatever it's called. What are these? Oh, I guess it's just blank stuff. Interesting. But yeah, for a map that you... Yeah, this is actually a lot bigger than I thought it was. Yeah, it's more spread out than I imagined. I guess just a sense of going up and down floors and finding oneself made me think it was a lot more compact, like things were just winding upon itself. But yeah, it's actually pretty spread out. So it's interesting. I got that impression that it was really compact. One last thing. The only way I could figure out getting up to this secret was by rocket jumping. I don't know if that's intended, but I'm gonna skip that. But yeah, I don't know how to do it otherwise. I tried for like 20 minutes. But yeah, and then we have a teleport I'm a sucker for the teleport texture and the way it moves around. Absolutely love it. It's some complicated calculus equation, but it's really, really, really cool. And so we have this triangular motif, diamond, triangular motif, diamond. Pretty cool. Alright. Gonna save. Gonna take a drink of tea real quick. I'll be back in about 8 seconds. Oh, there is another way up. I just could not find it. Yeah, with some of these secrets, they're just really, really well hidden. I'm not very good at secrets at all. I'm a big picture kind of guy. I don't really look at details that much. So that's why the cookie crumbles in the jungle. All right. So this is Darkstar Triumvirate. That's my best guess. And this is by... Oh, why is it eluding me? Who is this by again? Pinchy. It's by Pinchy. There we go. Yeah, so we end up here on this diamond pattern from the diamond teleporter. We look outside of this space we're inhabiting and we're floating in a void, which is very, very unsettling because we're humans and we can't really navigate the void very well because we just die. And that's not something we want to do in Quake or real life, I guess. So yeah, it brings a surreal feeling to it. Well, it doesn't bring the surreal feeling, it is surreal. Alright. Aha. Cute. No, I knew that was there. I'm just kidding. So yeah, and then we have this weird little fleshy vine tentacle wrapping around the structure, which we find out it leads to this thing, and then we see it connects to that. Oh, I'm wasting my power up. It's just fine, because I'm really, really, really good at this game. And by really, really good, I mean I just missed the jump. And I'm kind of average, I would say. Average for a Quake mapper. Yeah, so I will say that this is something I mentioned in plenty of my playthroughs and such, that surreal is my favorite. So this is my favorite map of this pack because it's the most surreal to me. I'm just a sucker for floating stuff, and I mean it's my favorite, like, visually. And that's not to say it's my favorite, like, gameplay wise or whatever. I don't know if I have a favorite, but like, ooh, that was spicy. Yeah, I kind of feel like this map was made for me. That's how much I love it. It's just my jam. Yikes, I'm not a very healthy boy right now. Alright. Alright, so that was an interesting way to get around using these arrows. These arrows have been used, I think they're gold in previous maps, where they're just textures, whereas this indicate wind or trigger push, to be more exact. It is kind of frustrating that they're in the middle of the pad, where you kind of like have to go on them. Like say if you want to just get that, you have to go on the very edge. But yeah, see that happened, but it's fine. I guess that's just a nitpick. I really like these little things going down, like architecture as tentacles. Like they're not explicitly meant to be tentacles, but they're very much like them. Thump, 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 thump. Alright, so we got the blue scarab key. If I'm correct. So I'm gonna... So I see this over here, but I don't need blue armor. Oh boy. Okay, so that's a reset point. I'm not where I was to begin with, so that makes me a little bit more confused. In the sense of this map, I don't think that's a bad thing, because it's kind of cool to have to get your bearings. Oh, weird. I guess that's a copper thing. Alright. Cool. So then I just jumped here kind of by chance. And then I see, oh, here's the pathway where I need to go. I mean, I knew that, but that's what that visually indicated to me. Oh, I need some nails. Alright. I kind of... Yeah, I kind of wish there was a clip brush here to make the ascent easier. But at the same time, like, having that struggle is kind of nice. It makes me think of this as more visceral and more of an part of a living thing. Or, like, it makes me confront the physicality of it, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, especially since we have this, like, little blood crick. Or whatever you would call it. Who knows? But yeah, it's really strange to have these floating platforms like deliberately with like stones and such on top. I'm not sure how I feel about that, because like it makes it feel like it's made for the ranger, but like this place is hostile towards the rangers. So what's the deal there? I don't know. Alright, so now we're sprung up to a different part of the map. Okay. So now it becomes kind of a navigational puzzle. And this is a map where I enjoy that. Oh, jeez. Again, because I'm a big fan of surrealism. Alright, so I'm back down here again. I'm going to try to go there. Oh, I couldn't decide between two places. Alright, so, because I know if I do this, I go on top. So I guess I could just drop down here. Alright. Alright, so now this is where I begin to start getting a sense of the direction of where I need to go. Again, because I played this map twice already on hard difficulty, I know this map decently fine. I don't want to say very well, because that's not completely true. But I got the blue key, so I guess I'm looking for some place to either use it or a gold key. I'm not sure which at this point. Alright, so I'll go searching, like, okay. So maybe now that I know that these are jump pads, I'll go there. And yeah, indeed, enemies attacking me, so yeah, I must be in the right place. I'm just gonna get rid of our little buddy here. So I'm going to try to escape here. Alright, so that was very tense because we're floating in space and we don't want to fall off the platform. Like, I think the solution here was good, where you don't die, because that would obviously suck and that would happen a lot. But we don't want to fall because a little progress is lost and we have to retrace our steps, which is fine. It's just like an inconvenience, so it's not a big deal, but we do want to avoid that. Alright, before that I'm going to explore up here first and see if I missed anything. Okay. I think these rooms that are just really tiny are very, very cute. I want to make a lot of them. Yeah, so, yeah. Oh, jeez. Okay, I got lucky there. So, yeah, one thing this map does is inspire me to want to make something like this, where it's a lot of different... Oop. Where it's a lot of different, like, little areas that are connected, like, not necessarily in space, but, like, connected somehow, like, through wind tunnels or whatever. Oh, wow. I don't know how I managed that. Alright, so I guess I'll just go here. Oh, so something got in the way. Alright, so again, yeah, it's kind of an inconvenience to have to go back. So we don't want to fall down, but we're penalized in a way where it's not bad, it's just not desirable. Okay, and yeah, and that's, I would say that's punishment enough in itself. Alright, so I guess I'll go down here since, oh wait, I didn't explore all this. So I guess maybe I'll go here. And we'll see where this takes us. I really like that because I didn't expect to go so high. I didn't know where we're gonna go. So yeah, that was a really good surprise. Like, oh my gosh, I'll just. All right, so let me save real quick. Yeah, so coming down from this is so far up, like I didn't expect to go that high, and that's kind of cool because I didn't expect it. I guess that's all I have to say about that. All right, hot diggity dog. Oh, jeez. No. To save y'all some stress, or to make this not boring, I'm gonna just load up. Again, I've eaten this twice on hard on my own, so I don't mind doing cheesy techniques like that, just for the sake of streaming and not making it boring as heck. Ooh. You know, I never tried there. Okay. I guess those are nothing. It was fun trying though. When there's maps with huge height differences, I always want to just like kind of fall down to see what happens. For those of you who played the original Tomb Raider, don't deny that you were guilty of like just flinging Lara down enormous heights, especially when like she falls into a pit of lava at the end. It's sad, but like you just kind of gotta play with like what, like you gotta experiment. I think it's really important to experiment, like not only as a designer but player as well. It's the only way you're really gonna progress and learn new things, right? And now we have the perspective of being like really far out from this structure that used to be very high and towering, but now we're looking down on it. And when we look down on something, that diminishes its impact. I'm gonna take a drink of tea real quick, be back in 8 seconds. Yeah, so that's one of my favorite things about this map is the sense of scale is extraordinary, and because things are placed not arbitrarily, but kind of arbitrarily, I guess, in the sense that it doesn't seem rigid where these places, where this structure has to be in relation to this. I think that gives it its strength. Just like, okay, anything's possible, and now we're on the top of this structure, or near the top of what's presumably this map, and that makes us feel a little bit more powerful. Oh, okay, so I guess I jumped down here. It's kind of funny how the perspective kind of flattens that out. It's way far away, but it looked kind of close, like on a similar plane. Okay, what am I doing here? And then, oh, I'm supposed to go there. I'm not sure why the knight spawned there. But that's why the cookie crumbles in the jungle, I guess. Alright, gonna do a save. And I'll go into this teleporter soup. Immediately attacked. Since it's tight quarters, I won't be using my rocket launcher. Thank you for fighting each other. That makes me a little bit happier. Alright, that's it. That's fine. Just for the sake of accelerating the stream. I mean, it gave me a chance to drink my tea. Yeah, we're let up into this area. We can see, like, oh, this is where we came from. Which is pretty cool. This texture work... impressive, because doing things radially in trench room isn't that fun. I mean, depends what your definition of fun is, I guess. But yeah, that was... I did not notice it. And then we have these down arrows pointing here. Ooh. Okay, where are we now? Okay, so another similar structure. Because it's similar, I'm going to assume there's another attack about to happen. Or ambush. Oh boy. Yes, but a different than what I expected. Okay, just gonna get rid of some of these zombie men. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, so I actually did discover that last night, but I forgot. Yeah, that was a pretty interesting way of putting a secret. Like, I kind of really like jumping off slants and stuff. or these aren't called slants, ramps, whatever. Because I was looking for a place of where do I go. I guess I could go down here, but no, it's blocked off. So I was like, ooh, like this definitely looks like a skateboard ramp to me. But it's not. But because I don't have a skateboard, because I'm not using the kickflip mod. But then I'm like, oh, here's a little wind tunnel, or whatever they're called. And brings us to a different level, which is nice. And oh, we're back here again. Okay. I'm not sure where I'm going. Oh. There's a lever. And now we probably can go here. Yeah, that makes sense. Again, this is kind of romantic. Nice to take a date on. Just bring your rocket launcher. Or super nail gun, rather. Then we go down to this lower floor. I'm starting to sense my place that we're in that. I don't know what the shape's called, but weird diamond upside down pyramid thing. I don't know. I forgot the name of it. Octahedron, I think. So I figure that's where we are right now. I totally forgot. I was... Oh, great. Two very big, mean men. Cute, but very mean. Cute and mean are not mutually exclusive. Alright. Whew. That was a cool little battle. Really enjoyed the fact that... Yeah, again, we had multi-level attacks. That's always so much... I was going to say fun. Now I was going to switch it to stress. I guess it's just both. It's both fun and stressful. Yeah, can't skateboard jump up there, can I? Nope. Alright, I'll just succumb to going into this teleporter. Now we're back outside. Okay, so we have the gold key and the silver scarab key. Now, where do we take these? That is the question. So I see a Spider Woman. So I assume that's where I need to go. Or maybe I haven't gone down here yet. Let's see. Oh, I didn't pick that up, so it must be where I need to go. Oh my goodness. Alright. So now we have these little... Oh boy. And I... Oh boy. Scared a Spider Woman. Alerted her. Alright. Attacks from eye level and above. Okay, so let's again be a little safe there. I guess we'll go down and see what happens. Eldritch portal opened. Alright. So I'm gonna... Here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, look at this here. Alright, let's quickly get out. I definitely want to show off the secret. Whatever. That was not nice of myself to myself. Alright, okay, I guess I have to go up one floor. Gonna go into the butthole portal. Everyone loves butts. Well, not everyone. I definitely do. Because then we have this, which is kind of useless right now. We're not close enough to any enemies. I'm gonna do this, because why not? Nope, couldn't get anywhere with it, and that's fine. Alright, so now we need to go to the Eldritch portals. Do I have to go back up here again? I can't remember. I thought it was here. Oh yeah, I just go up here. Alright, so now we're into this this flesh cave. And my assumption is this takes us back. I know I'm correct. Then I guess we'll follow this arrow down. Iridiocyclitis. I don't know why I said that. Nothing's down there. I'm not sure how I feel about the texture here. Kind of feel it might have made more sense as a flesh column, because it seems so out of place. I like that it's a protection from the fiend, but yeah, I'm not sure how it operates like that. It sticks out quite a bit. So I can go down the second hole. Alright. Now we have another floor. More, I guess, meat. And this would be like tendrils. Muscle? I don't know. I'm really bad at reading things. And we'll go down another floor. And yet another floor. So what that tells me is we're going down this descent. We're getting deeper and deeper. And there's, even though we have this escape, it feels like we're getting trapped or being led down somewhere dark. Because if it was just right below on the first, or went down only one floor, that would have a different read than going down the multiple floors like we did here. Eldritch barrier weakens. So we'll do this. I think that was pretty cool to hide it behind those glass things. Nice little scripting there. And now we're in this room where we can see a lot of ammo and some armor, which means we're in for a little ride. I don't see any enemies. So it must be... oh, there's one. Oh, now I hear more. Alright. So zombies. Nothing too bad. A baby knight. A grown-up knight. I can handle this. I can be a little too rocket happy sometimes, but it's fun. Sometimes you gotta break a few omelets to do a course meal, right? Is that how the saying goes? Alright, yeah, so this is less fun. I'm just gonna throw a few... oh boy. So yeah, this room is intense that it's small and it makes me panic. Alright, I'm gonna save it, it's fine. I have a feeling I'm gonna expire soon. Let's just... Okay, I got really lucky. Saving. Don't want to get rocket blasted. One more? Two more. Oh, that was a surprise. Okay, yeah, that's good, that's good, that's good. That was not so good. Alright. So again, even though I'm playing on normal, the third time this is still a tough fight. Definitely wouldn't have survived without the armor. Screw it. S-H-I-T. No. They're so mean. I don't know if it was a stupid idea to save. Oh no. I'm good. Okay. Alright. So let me collect those power-ups. Or... Oh, okay, yeah, there's a nail. Nail box. Yeah, I'm gonna do a look-see. Alright, again, yeah, this is... And I was kind of silly because I didn't realize we were in this structure. First playthrough. But yeah, I mean, this is one of those maps where you don't really need to look around so much because it's just laid out there. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, I would kiss it if I could. Absolutely gorgeous map, ridiculous. Yeah, and I love that. And I love fleshy body horror stuff like this quite a bit. I love floating bits. Yeah, structures where you have to like kind of jump places or be not vacuum places, but you know. Yeah, really, 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 really wonderful map. Okay, so I'll go ahead and exit. Oh, most of the enemies. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick, like, 30-second break. Alright? Alright. Yeah, that was a... I think I only got 6 or 7 secrets out of 8 on this map. It was just so spread out, and when I played it to try to get all the secrets, I was just too tired. Because I'm only allowed to play Quake at night. And I get tired like a baby. I think we got some health back. I think we started at 50. We started this map at 50, and I had like 35 before, if I'm correct. Alright, so there's a little weirdness because we went downwards for the exit in the last map, and here it's a horizontal portal, which is fine, but it just suggests that there's some distance we traveled between the two maps. Alright, and so this is the final map, Prescience Overload by... I keep on forgetting. Hardcore Mazu. There we go. So we start off in this little compact temple. We come out here and see this gigantic structure. Very intimidating. And we see that there's 344 enemies on this difficulty. I think it's 476 on hard, which is what I usually play. Alright, so I'm just gonna go forward because it's not safe. But then that's not safe either. So, that was silly. I just did a little burp so I didn't see what I was doing. Okay, so this is make me need to retreat, and oh, there's little surprises back here. I wonder if there's something on the other side. What? Yeah, there is down here. Oh, great. Have a little fiend buddy. Okay, so I don't know what prescience means. I probably could have looked it up. But there's certainly an overload of enemies so far. Alright. So I go up here, see what we can do. Yep, we can get that. Any secrets? Oh, I guess not. Alright, so obviously these doors are barred, so let's not try to go there. Flesh growing throughout of the architecture, which is really nice. Yeah, I kind of like the impression I'm getting of like this is living architecture, which is creepy. Oops. Alright. So I had to take stock in where that vor was and think about the ogres on the side. This map does not leave you alone at all. I mean, once you clear an area, sure, but that isn't always too often. Alright, so I know there's a secret here. This is probably the easiest secret. And here's some chunky bits. Then we'll explore around here. Yeah, and there's 24 secrets. I only got, I think, 18. So I'll save here, just in case. And I gotta go this way. Gonna push the button because there's surely gonna be a battle. Okay, gonna look for more enemies. Alright, so that was good to have that there. Kind of a short use, but I'll take anything, you know. Is there anything here? Oh, there we go. Found that last night. Already have 3 secrets, and I'm only a 10th way through the map, enemies wise. Pretty wild, pretty wild. Alright. Yeah, these structures, again, we're floating in space. Very, very surreal Egyptian theme. Meat and bricks. Very interesting choices to build your structure with. Yeah, this map doesn't play around. Holy crap. Yeah, even though I've been playing this on hard and I beat it, I'm playing on normal and I've been taking a lot of damage. Which says quite a bit. That was mean. Alright. Okay. Intense, intense, intense. 5, can pick that up. Gonna go over here. Gonna look, see. Alright, can look here as well. Nice little blood falls. I don't... Huh. I think there should be a drain or something, but... yeah, we're not really too concerned about realism here. Alright, so I'll go this way. This is a fun jump, if I can get it. There we go. I just discovered this secret last night. I knew about that, of course. Alright. So now we have this perch. Some zombies down there. Feels so nice to have this vantage point. Being able to re-murder these boys from above. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna come down here. See if I missed anything. Nope. Alright. So some nice little ammo stash here. Don't know if there's a secret. So my instinct would be to come down here and see what's going on, but there's a blue key door, so I'll leave this for later. I say blue, it's silver. I'm just always going to say blue. Who cares? So this is where I want it to be anyways. Alright. Let's go here. See if someone drops. Nope. Oof. Love that. Oh yeah, that implies there's a lot of like bodies or things being crushed repeatedly, which is gross and amazing. Alright, took care of that. Can't get in. Alright, yeah, so we can see we're circling back around, which is really, really cool. I'll save that armor for later. Yeah, and this is the beginning area. Love that. Love to be able to turn around like that. Do a little donut. Okay, yeah, that was an encounter that surprised me the first 2 times, for sure. A little mini encounter. Okay, we'll go down. Consistent architecture throughout. There's a trap. Yeah, like I said, this is a relentless map. I know where all these are, so it's wild how this map has 24 secrets, but like they're not just simple easy secrets. They're like actual secrets that need a little bit of looking around. That blows my mind, because it's not just like quantity for quantity's sake. There's a lot of stuff going on. There we go. So we got that secret. Deactivated that. I like the ability to deactivate the bars. Obviously, I knew that was going to happen. There's a secret here somewhere. Forgot where it was. Let's see. Huh. Yeah, I don't remember where this secret was. It should be obvious, because I got it last night. Phooey. Yeah, I'm not sure. That's fine. No, this is so tempting. Yeah, it should be right there. Yeah, oh well. Live and let die, I guess. Okay, monster jumps here are just kind of funny. They're like kind of comical. Yeah, just like the way it happens so quickly. It's kind of cute. Gosh dang it. Yeah, I couldn't prevent that from happening. You know, it's easier on hard when there is 4 spawns, because they all chain together. Oh, I forgot about that boy. Yeah, I realized, like, jeez, yeah, this this map just keeps me so busy that I forget, like, I want to commentate on design. Okay, and stuff like that happens. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say about design because, like, it's continuing the theme. Definitely a little bit intricate when it comes like the floor tiles and like these things. Like, I don't know how hardcore Mazu can manage it, but I fell for it again. Oh yeah, that's a lot of crazy work put into this. Unfathomable amount. Alright, so gonna do this. Oh boy. I'm just gonna jump here to evade the Vorball. Alright. Alright, that was good use of the quad. Thank goodness. That was a very, very panicky situation. That's... I wouldn't say it's one of my least favorite traps, but the most stressful trap of this map for me. Alright. Whew. Damn. Yeah, that was pretty nutty. It was a lot of fun, but pretty nutty. Okay, now I can collect my breath a little bit. Okay. All right. I really dislike this man. Okay. I got rid of him. I'm gonna open this door. Okay. Nice reuse of these pillars. When nice, I mean, damn it, this sucks. I mean, in a fun way. Oh my gosh. These copper vorballs. Seriously? Okay, finally. Jeez. Okay, let's... Okay, I can't really go to higher ground that easily. Oh my gosh, okay. Alright, I guess that wasn't so bad. We were playing on normal after all. Alright, so there's a secret there, but I'm gonna save now and try it. I'm sure there's a better way to do it. Alright. Yeah, because the way I got up here was rocket jump. Again, I'm gonna just... I don't want to kill myself too much. Ay, que la fregada. Alright, let me try that again, because I definitely want to show off this secret. Alright, only 2 more to go. I'm gonna chill on rocket jumping into the other one. That's the only way I know how to get there. I may be foolish. Oh yeah. Yeah, the ogre placement in this map is very, very insidious. Oh my... There, on hard, there's 2 ogres on either end, and that is just terrible, terrible, terrible. Okay. Okay. Here's the secret. Gonna save because I've died to this a couple of times. Yeah. Alright, so let's take full advantage of this. That was pretty good. Let's see if there's any secrets here. Not that I know of. But I know if I walk around the corner, I'll get the red armor. Is there an easy, nice way down? Probably not. Oh, land in water. Okay, yeah, there we go. So, collect these nails. Rude. Yeah, this map just doesn't let you rest. See what I mean? Dang. I'm just gonna go in here. Okay. So let's... Oh, I can get there without rocket jumping. I'm a silly boy. Okay. There's one more to go. I forgot where the last one is, honestly. It's there. There. Okay. Yeah, I do want to note that the architecture is very, very pretty here. Absolutely love this map. It's absurd, gargantuan, what have you. Dang, where is that last one? I will... I think it might be up here. Or maybe, just maybe. You know what? I'm gonna no clip. So we get up here. Oops, and then no clip off. I think it actually might be over there, but let me check. Damn it. Alright. Let's check over here. Nope. I mean, I don't really want to cheese that one. But I might have to. Because I just don't... I don't remember where the fourth one is. Oh, yeah, it's right there. There we go. Okay. Yeah, when I found the secret yesterday, blown away for surezies. Damn it. Yeah, I'm just gonna no clip because I suck. No clip. Alright, no clip. Then we get here. Gonna take every left turn. Hopefully I get a biosuit or something. Well, I got a bio something. Oh my god. Alright. I don't know why I got stuck there, but whatever. Spice. Pure, unrefined spice. Sure. Alright, so that was such a cool secret. Like, going into that pillar. Well, that came in handy. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay. Oops. Alright, so now we're on the top floor. We have the gold scarab key. Too foolish. Oh, those are only... Oh! Alright. Secret here and on the other side. So now we're on the top floor. I think we could... Yeah, here's the perspective of lava map. Really, 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 really big. I would never have the patience to do anything this large. I think I heard on what they said on the Quake cast with Fairweather is there is only a month to make these maps. Maybe a month is a long time, but it doesn't seem like a long time to me. For something this big, it just seems a little much. I mean, the map is a little much, but I don't know. I guess if that's all you do, if you just map like every day, unlike me where I just map like the last 2 days of a deadline, it's probably not as bad of a deal. But to have all this like detail and be so big and not skimp on anything is really impressive. Alright. Okay, there's only... I know this is the final battle, that's why I'm using shotgun right now. I've only played it on hard though, and on hard, I couldn't beat it without using God mode. Oh, I just backed into that. Whoops-a-daisies. Alright, let me collect ammo, which is short for ammunition, and then I can begin the final battle. I can definitely tell I'm running out of steam. Probably have been since the last map, to be honest. Alright, so I'm gonna save here. Get this real quick. Alright, so now I'm gonna get the Pinchy. Come on. I'm probably playing this in a very inefficient way. I'm donezo. Damn. Alright. Gonna try that again. As hard as it is now, it's impossible to me on hard. Grabbed that a little too early. Oh, I didn't grab the pentagram. Alright, this is how I'm gonna do it. You have the map zip file and you can't extract it. Well, yeah, hold on. Oops, didn't realize I ran out of the pentagram. Alright. Gonna try this again. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot him for a little bit. Alright, so now I'm gonna save. Yeah, this is a little absurd. Alright. Can save. Hopefully, I'll survive. Okay. Oh my god. Alright, so that's possible on normal. But it seems way too difficult on hard. I probably tried like 20 times. Yeah, and I could not beat it on hard difficulty at all. I mean, yeah, like I was talking about, I wish there was more challenging maps. Sure, but this was a little bit too intense for me. I mean, but what do you expect from someone named Hardcore Mazu, right? Oh, just floating on there. Oh my goodness. Okay, 339 out of 344. Oh wow, okay. And that's the end of that map, but of course, gonna do my no-clip fly around. Really like these upside down onks. Not sure what the deal is with this floaty boy. But yeah, there was no time to admire the scenery. Really cool structures here. These are not quite curves, but they're kind of askew a little bit, which is neat. Cool little waterfall coming from this flesh thing. I guess that's what's creating a lot of the blood here, or creating all the blood in this section. Which makes me wonder, like, what is the source of this blood? Like, what does it mean? Like, where is it coming from? Whose is it? Is it unlimited? Is it different than human blood? Yeah, this episode's very, very bloody, very macabre. Yeah, I want to take a bigger look at this map. Yeah, very, very gargantuan. Only 11 out of 24 secrets. Absurd. Yeah, I'm kind of out of words and out of energy right now, so I don't have a lot to say other than this was a really fantastic map. Super big, kept me busy for a couple hours. I mean, the thing, yeah, again, like, there's no skimping around. Like, just because it's big doesn't mean hardcore Mazu didn't take their time making it. So yeah, just very incredible map. Oopsie daisies. Excellent job. Glad it was completable on normal. Again, there's no way it could be on hard. Maybe I should look for playthroughs of people being it on hard. Yeah, I'll look for that. And so we end this episode going into this flesh portal. Congratulations. As you snatch the Ankh from their failing grip, you feel the sand shift back into entropy, their wretched god machine buckling under the absence of the life energy exploited to sustain it. Entering the warp tunnel, you feel time and space crumble to dust, dimensions being constructed and obliterated right before your very eyes. Your story will continue soon. Nice note to end on. I like a little bit of context where you kind of have to use your imagination to fill in the gaps, because a lot can be said with a little bit of words, and I think that's great. Now we're on the final map, which is credits. Fair weather. John Carmack, aka Henry. Dan's. That's the flower person. I don't know who that is, but it's Greenwood apparently. Void Horse, Skittle Boris. Or Vladimir. Or whatever. Getting confused. Alex with the K, lead composer, little anime person. Mazu, My Little Pony with the gun. Pool by Q. I always thought that was an afro for some reason, but wetsuit, I guess. JCR. I always thought that's pretty cute. Just a little bit of Photoshop goes a long way. That is Markie, and this is Pinchy, and this is Creator. Alright, well, that's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything going on. Ooh. Okay. Oh, this is the start map. It's connected to the end map. Huh, look at these floaty boys. Anyways, I'm just pooped. I can't really think anymore. So that's it for the stream. Thanks everyone for your map contributions. Thanks for watching this. Hopefully there's some sort of... I didn't really talk about design much, but hopefully it was useful in some way. And anyone who's part of the Quake community, thanks for your contributions. Even if it's just playing, we appreciate that. So again, that's it. Thank you so much and love you all. Bye bye.